Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday morning service here at Arya Spiritual Center. This morning, being Christmas morning, we'll do a hawan. We'll begin with the bhajan Aaj Mil Sab Geet Gao. आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद जिसका यश नित गाते हैं गंधर्व गुनी जन धन्यवाद आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद मंदिरों में कंदरों में पर्वतों के शिखर पर मंदिरों में कंदरों में पर्वतों के शिखर पर देते हैं लगातार 100 बार मुनिवर धन्यवाद आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद करते हैं जंगल में मंगल पक्षीगण हर शाख पर करते हैं जंगल में मंगल पक्षीगण हर शाख पर पाते हैं आनंद मिलगा ते है स्वर भर धन्यवाद आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद शादियों में जलसयों में यज्ञ और उत्सव के आज शादियों में जलसयों में यज्ञ और उत्सव की याद मीठे स्वर से चाहिए करे नारी नर सब धन्यवाद आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद जिसका यश नित गाते हैं गंधर्व गुनी जन धन्यवाद। आज मिल सब गीत गाओ उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. We'll begin with Achman, Yajman taking water in their right palm. अथ आचमनम् ॐ अमृतोपस्त्रनमसि स्वाहा ॐ. O Lord, the indestructible and protector of all, save us from pains and sorrow, just like a sheep protects us from below. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. O Lord, the indestructible and protector of all, save us from pains and sorrow from above. Om Satyam Yashah Shrirmai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. O Lord, protector of all, be gracious to us so that our lives may be filled with truth, fame, fortune, and prosperity. Athanga Sparsha, Yajman taking water in the left palm and touching various limbs of the body. Om Vanma Asyestu, Om Nasor me Pranostu, Om Akshnor me Chakshurastu, Om Karnayor me Shrotramastu, Om Bahvor me Balamastu, Om Urvorma Ojostu, Om Arishtani Mingani Tanustanwame Sahasantu. अथ ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थनोपासना मंत्राः. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadrantan Asuva. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit सदाधार पृथिवीं द्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा. ॐ य आत्मदा बलदायस्य विश्वा उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा. ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैक इत्राजा जगतो बभूव य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा. ॐ येन द्यौरुग्रा पृथिवी च त्रिधा येन स्वस्तभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा. ॐ प्रजापते न त्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयो रयीणाम्. ॐ सन्नो बन्धुर्जनिता स विधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास् तृतीये धा मन्नध्यैरयन्ति ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् यो योध्यस्मज्जुहुरानमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम। हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति करता, समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप, सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण, दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याणकारक गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है, वे सब हमको प्राप्त कीजिए। इति सरस्वती प्रार्थनोपासना प्रकरणम्। अथ स्वस्ति वाचनम्। ॐ अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं ऋत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातमम्। ॐ सनःपिते वसुनवे अग्ने सुपायनो भव सचस्वानः स्वस्तये। ॐ स्वस्ति नो मिमीतामश्विना भगः स्वस्ति देव्यदितिर्नर्वणः स्वस्ति पूषा असुरो दधातुनः स्वस्ति द्यावा पृथिवी सुचेतुना। ॐ स्वस्तये वायुमुप्रब्रवामहे सोमं स्वस्ति भुवनस्य यस्पतिः बृहस्पतिं सर्वगणं स्वस्तये स्वस्तय आदित्यासो भवन्तु नः। ॐ विश्वे देवानो अद्या स्वस्तये वैश्वानरो वसुरग्निः स्वस्तये देवा अवन्त वृभवः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति नो रुद्रः पात्वं हसः। ॐ स्वस्ति मित्रा वरुणा स्वस्ति पत्ये रेवति स्वस्ति न इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च स्वस्ति नो अदिते कृधि। ॐ स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्या चन्द्रमसाविव पुनर्ददताग्नता जानता संगमे मही। इति संक्षेपतः स्वस्ति वाचनम्। अथ शान्तिकरणम्। ॐ शन्ना इन्द्राग्नि भवतामवोभिः शन्ना इन्द्रा वरुणारात हव्या शमिन्द्रा सोमा सुविताय शन्योः शन्ना इन्द्रा पूषणा वाजसातौ। ॐ शनो भगः शमुनः शंसो अस्तु शन्नः पुरन्धिः शमुसन्तु रायः शनः सत्यस्य सुयमस्य शंसः शनो अर्यमा पुरुजातो अस्तु। ॐ शनो धाता समुद्रतानो अस्तु शना उरुचि भवतु स्वधाभिः शन्रोदसी बृहति शन्नो अद्रिः शन्नो देवानां सुहवानि सन्तु। ॐ शन्नो अग्निर्ज्योतिरनीको अस्तु शन्नो मित्रा वरुणा विश्विनाशम् शनः सुकृतां सुकृतानि सन्तु शन्ना इशिरो अभिवातु वातः। ॐ शन्नो द्यावा पृथिवी पूर्वहोतौ शमन्तरिक्षं दृशयेनो अस्तु शन्ना ओषधिर्वनिनो भवन्तु शन्नो रजसस्पतिरस्तु जिष्णुः। ॐ शन्ना इन्द्रो वसुर्भृदेवो अस्तु शमादित्येभिर्वरुणः सुशंसः शन्नो रुद्रो रुद्रेभिर्जलाशः शनस्त्वष्टाग्नाभिरिह शृणोतु ॐ शनः सोमो भवतु ब्रह्मशन्नः शनो ग्रावाणः समुसन्तु यज्ञाः शनः स्वरूणामितयो भवन्तु शनः प्रस्वः शंवस्तु वेदिः अथ शिवसङ्कल्पमन्त्र ॐ यज्जाग्रतो दूरमुदैति दैवम् तदु सुप्तस्य तथैवैति दूरङ्गमं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरेकम् तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ येन कर्माण्यपसो मनीषिणो यज्ञे कृण्वन्ति विदथेषु धीराः यद्पूर्वं यक्षमन्तः प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ यत्प्रजानमुत चेतो धृतिश्च यज्ज्योतिरन्तरमृतं प्रजासु यस्मानरिते किञ्चन कर्म क्रियते तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ येनेदं भूतं भुवनं भविष्यत् परिगृहीतम् अमृतेन सर्वं येन यजस्तायते सप्तहोता तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ यस्मिन् ऋचः सामयजूंषि यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठिता रत्नाभा विवाराः यस्मिंश्चित्तं सर्वमोतं प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ सुषारथिरश्वाणि वयन् मनुष्यान् नेनीयते भीषुभिर्वा जिनैव हृत्प्रतिष्ठं यदजिरं जविष्ठं तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ सनः पवस्व शङ्गवे शञ्जनाय शमर्वते शन्राजन्नोषधीभ्यः ॐ अभयं नः करत्यन्तरिक्षमभयं द्यावा पृथिवी उभे इमे अभयं पश्चादभयं पुरस्तादुत्तरादधरादभयं नो अस्तु ॐ अभयं मित्रादभयं अमित्राद् अभयं ज्ञातादभयं परोक्षात् अभयं नक्तम् अभयं दिवानः सर्वा आशा मम मित्रं भवन्तु सर्वा आशा मम मित्रं भवन्तु इति संक्षेपतः शान्तिकरणम् अथ अग्न्यधान. May we all stand as we invite Agni. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः Om Bhurbhuvah Swaradyauriva Bhumna Prithivi Vavarimna Tasyaste Prithivi Devaya Jani Pishthe Agnim Manadamana Dhyaya Dadhe. Yajman fanning the fire. Om Udbudya Swagni Pratijagrihi Twamishta Purte Samsrije Thamayancha Asmin Sadhaste Adhyutarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajamanascha Sidata. We all take our seats. Ata Samidadana, Yajman offering 3 pieces of Samida. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedhaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Om Samidhagnim Duvasatagritar Bodhayata Tithim Asmin Havya Johotana Susamidhaya Shochishe Gritam Tivram Johotana Agnaye Jata Vedase Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Om Tantva Samidhirangiro Gritena Vardhayamasi Brihachochaya Vishtya Swaha Idamagne Angirase Idanna Mama Atha Panchagrit Ahuti. Yajman making 5 key offerings. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jat Vedaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhe Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama. 5th and final time. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Ne Dhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idanna Mama Atha Jal Sinchana. Om Aditeno Manyaswa Om Anumate Numanyaswa. Om Saraswati Anumanyaswa. Om Deva Savita Prasuva Yajam Prasuva Yajapatim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharva Ketapuh Ketanna Punatu Vachaspatir Vacham Naha Swadatu. Agara Vajabagahuti Ghee only. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idanna Mama. Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama. Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idanna Mama. Prata Kalina Huti Gyan Samagri. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyoti Surya Swaha. Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Om Jyoti Surya Suryo Jyoti Swaha. Om Sajurdevena Savitra Sajurusha Sendra Vatya Jushanah Suryo Vetu Swaha. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotiragni Swaha. Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Silent mantra. Om Swaha. Om Sajurdevena Savitra Sajuratrendra Vatya Jushano Agnirvetu Swaha. Om Bhuragnay Pranaya Swaha. Idamagnay Pranaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhuvarvayave Panaya Swaha. Idam Vayave Panaya Idanna Mama. Om Suradityaya Vyanaya Swaha. Idamadityaya Vyanaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhudbhuva Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Pranapana Vyanebhyah Swaha. Idamagni Vayavadityebhyah Pranapana Vyanebhyah Edanna Mama. Om Apo Jyotirasomritam Brahma Bhudbhuva Swarom Swaha. Om Yamedam Devaganaha Pitaraschopasate Dayama Madhya Medayagni Medavinam Kuru Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadran Tanna Asuva Swaha. Om Agni Naya Supatarai Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yoyodhyasmaj Johorana Meno Bhuyishtante Nama Uktim Vidhema Swaha. We begin special mantras with Pavamana Ahuti. Ghee only. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Agna Ayumshi Pavasa Asuvur Jamisham Chanaha Areba Dasva Duchchunam Swaha. Idamagne Pavamanaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Agnirishi Pavamanah Panchajanyah Purohitah Tamimahe Mahagayam Swaha. Idamagne Pavamanaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Agni Pavaswa Swapa Asmi Varchah Suviryam Dadatrai Mai Posham Swaha. Idamagne Pavamanaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Prajapate Natvadetanyanyo Vishwa Jatani Paritaba Bhuva Yat Kamaste Johumastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorainam Swaha. Idam prajapataye idanna mama. And since we're celebrating Swami Shraddhanand's Baldivas, we will do all the mantras for Ashtaja Ahuti, all 8 mantras, ghee only. Om Tvanno Agne Varunasya Vidwan Devasya Helo Vayasi Sishthaha Yajishto Vahanitamah Shochushano Vishwa Dveshansi Pramumudyasmat Swaha Idamagni Varunabhyam Idanna Mama Om Satwanno Agnivamo Bhavoti Nedhishto Asya Ushaso Vyushtau Avayakshvano Varuranrano Vihi Mrilikam Suhavo Na Edhi Swaha Idamagni Varunabhyam Idanna Mama Om Imam Me Varuna Shrudhi Havamadya Cha Mrilaya Tvamawasyurachake Swaha Iram Varunaya Idanna Mama Om Tatvayami Brahmana Vandamanastada Shaste Yajamano Havirbhihi Ahedlamano Varuneha Bodhyurushansa Mana Ayuh Pramoshihi Swaha Idam Varunaya Idanna Mama Om Yete Shatam Varunaye Sahasram Yajiyaha Pasha Vitata Mahantaha Tebhirno Adya Savitota Vishnur Vishve Munchantu Marutaha Swarkaha Swaha Idam Varunaya Savitre Vishnave Vishvebhyo Devebhyo Marudbhyaha Swarkebhyaha Idanna Mama Om Ayashchagnesyana Bheshaschipasha Satyamitva Maya Asi Ayano Yajyam Vahasyaya No Dehi Bhishajam Swaha Idam Agnaye Ayase Idanna Mama Om Uduttamam Varuna Pashamasmadavadhamam Vimadyamam Shrathaya Atha Vayamaditya Vrate Tavanagaso Aditaye Syama Swaha Idam Varunaya Dityaya Ditaye Cha Na Mama Idanna Mama Om Bhavatannah Samanasau Sachet Savare Pasau Ma Yajyam Him Shishtam Ma Yajapatim Jata Vedasau Shivau Bhavatam Swaha Idam Jata Vedobhyam Idanna Mama. Offerings for good health for members of our mandir who may not be experiencing the best of health, and those all over the world. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandana Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandana Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandana मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांस्तनोभिर्व्यशेमहि देवहितं यदायुः स्वाहा। ॐ बलं देहि तनुषुनो, बलमिन्द्रानलुत्सुनः, बलं तोकाय तनयाय, जीवसे त्वमहि बलदा असि स्वाहा। Continuing with the Havan. Purnahuti Roop, Aghara Vajra Bhagahuti, ghee only. Om Agnaye Swaha, Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Somaya Swaha, Idam Somaya Idanna Mama. Om Prajapataye Swaha, Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama. Om Indraya Swaha, Idam Indraya Idanna Mama. Om Bhuragnaye Swaha, Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Bhuvarvayave Swaha, Idam Vayave Idanna Mama. Om Suradityaya Swaha, Idam Adityaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhurvah Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Swaha, Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah Idanna Mama.
Today, the last Sunday of this year, by Sagar, the Chairman of Trustees, all our executive members, our membership, our dedicated members who are here this morning. Today, as we chant Gayatri Mantra once more, we say, Dhanya Ho Prabhu, thank you, God. We have had quite a few challenges this year, but we have made progress. We have done what we are supposed to do in this mandir. And we pray and ask Prajapati Bhagwan as we start a new year next Sunday. May we continue, all of us, continue to be inspired to do what the best we can do for our mandir, our families. Clasping and closing all of us, Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat, asking Prajapati Bhagwan to inspire our intellect, that may we continue to make the right choices in life.
Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha, Tatsaviturvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha, Tatsaviturvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha, Tatsaviturvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. हे दयालु परमात्मन, आपने असीम कृपा से हमारी सदा रक्षा करते हैं। आप ही हमारे जीवन आधार है। अपने सेवकों के दुखों को दूर करके उनको सुख देने वाले हैं। आप सर्वत्र सुप्रतिष्ठित और सुप्रसिद्ध है। आप सर्वोत्तम, शुद्ध, पवित्र और ज्ञान स्वरूप है। आपसे ही यह सारा जगत उत्पन्न हुआ है। आप ही सकल शुभ गुणों की खान है। आपका हम प्रतिदिन ध्यान करें और आप हमें विवेकशीलता, धारणावती मेधा, सद्बुद्धि प्रदान करे। स्विष्ट कृताहुति, ऑफरिंग अ प्रसाद। ओम यदस्य कर्मण्योत्यरीरिचम यद्वा न्यूनमिहाकरम अग्निस्तस्विष्टकृत विद्यात् सर्वं स्विष्टं सुहूतं करोतु मे। अग्ने स्विष्टकृते सहुतहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्धयित्रे सर्वानः कामान् समर्धय स्वाहा स्वाहा। इदमग्ने स्विष्टकृते एदन्ना मम। Prajapati ghee only, silent mantra. Om Swaha Idam Prajapate Idanna Mama. Purnahuti. May we all stand as we chant the final three mantras.
Oh, Niraj, come stand and make an offering, son, please. Niraj, as we know, the last Sunday of every month, the youths manage the Hawan this Sunday. You've been here with us for the past 12 months. And we thank you, Niraj, and all the youths who play a very, very meaningful role in this Monday. Had you not got here on time, there was a possibility many of us would have gone home. And so thank you, Niraj. We appreciate you and all that our youths do for this Mandir week after week. Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Purna means complete friends. Pua Bojwati and all of us in Mandir today. Bhai Sagar, as we bring this year to a close on this final Sunday of this month, may the perfection, may the completeness we have enjoyed, we have experienced in this past year, may that be multiplied and increase in the new year ahead. All of us, Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. All of us with outstretched palms towards the Yajna, asking God to protect our bodies. He who is the giver of a long life, to give unto us a long and healthy life. Om Tanupa Agneyase Tanva me pahi. Om Ayurveda Agneyase Ayur me dehi. Om Varchoda Agneyase Varcho me dehi. Om Agneyan me tanva Unam tanma aprina. Om Medha me devah Savita adadhatu. Om Medha me devi Saraswati adadhatu. Om Medha me ashvinau Deva vadhattam pushkarasrajau. Apyayatam. Om Vakchama apyayatam. ॐ प्राणश्चामा आप्यायताम् ॐ चक्षुश्चामा आप्यायताम् ॐ श्रोत्रं चामा आप्यायताम् ॐ यशोबलं चामा आप्यायताम्. Yajigit. Neeraj, you will play the tabla. Devendra will play the harmonium for Pujani. You can lower it now. It's 76, a little warm. पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्जवल कीजिए चोर देवे चल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गावे ऋचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मान सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधाधिक रचाए यज्ञ पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज आदि हम करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण करे स्वर का भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईदन मम का सारथक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आप की सब पर रहे प्रभु आप की सब पर रहे प्रभु आप की सब पर रहे ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हे ईश सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान्य के भंडारी सब भद्र भाव देखे सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो
दुखिया न कोई होवे, सृष्टि में प्राण धारी, सृष्टि में प्राण धारी, सृष्टि में प्राण धारी. O Lord, may all be happy. May no one be afflicted with pain. May everyone be rid of all forms of illnesses. May we be filled with all kinds of riches. May we only see that which is auspicious. May we continue to walk on the path of virtue. O sustainer of cosmic bread, may no one be in any form of calamity or distress. Om Shanti 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 Om. Iti Havanna Yajyaha Samaptaha. Namaste all. I'll ask Bhai Sagar to be our Sabhapati for this morning. We'll have a bhajan first by Devendra, Dion, and then Pandit Siram also will do a bhajan. We'll have our announcements and we'll have a pravachan for today.
Thank you very much, Pandit Baraji. Revered Pandits, Pandit Siramji, Pandit Baraji, fellow devotees, those of you who are home watching from home, namaste. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of the Arya Spiritual Center to welcome all of you to this service this morning, our Satsang this morning. There are many things that we are thankful for. Today is the last Sunday of the year. Today is Christmas Day. We are also celebrating Swami Shraddhanand birthday. Balidan Divas. So that's something that we want to really encourage you to think about, talk about. Swami Shraddhanand. On many occasions, Pandit Ramlalji and many of the leaders in the Arya Samaj have told me that this gentleman was a patriot, not only to the Arya Samaj, but to India. And second, and only second to Swami Dayanandji, he was such a force in the Arya Samaj. And today you will hear maybe some more details, in-depth discussions on Swami Shraddhanandji. So without further ado, we're going to go into our program, and our first bhajan will be done by our brother, by Devendra. Over to you.
My humble namaste to everyone. In this bhajan, it pays tribute to Maharishi Swami Dayananda Saraswati, who was Swami Shraddhananda's inspiration. And the meaning says, "O Maharishi, what was your power that caused so many people to sacrifice their lives for the cause of humanity? Your disciples Shraddhanand and Hansraj, Lekram and Lajpat Rai shall be remembered for many an age. Motivated by you, Shraddhananda faced bullets with faith, and Hansraj smilingly sacrificed his all in the cause of education. We thank you, O Rishi Dayanand." Page 70 of your Atmagit. धन्य है तुझको ऐ ऋषि, तूने हमें बचा लिया. सो के लुट रहे थे हम, तूने हमें जगा दिया. गुरुवर जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय. गुरुवर जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय. आंधों को आँख मिल गए, मुर्दों में जान आ गए, जादू सा क्या चला दिया, अमृत सा क्या पिला दिया, गुरुवे जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय। तुम में कुछ ऐसे भांति स्वामी के तेरी बात पर कितनी शहीद हो गई, कितनों ने सर कटा दिया, गुरुवे जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय। श्रद्धा से श्रद्धानंद ने सीने पे खाई गोलियां, हंस हंस के हंसराज ने तन मन वतन लुटा दिया, गुरुवे जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय। अपने लहू से लेकर राम तेरी कहानी लिख गए, तूने ही लाला लाजपत शरीर बबर बना दिया, गुरुवे जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय। तेरी दीवानी जिस घड़ी दक्षिण दिशा हो चलिए, हैरत निजाम रह गया, दुनिया का दिल हिला दिया, गुरुवे जय जय, ऋषि दयानंद जय जय, गुरुवे जय जय, स्वामी श्रद्धानंद जय जय, स्वामी श्रद्धानंद जय जय, स्वामी श्रद्धानंद जय जय। धन्यवाद।
Beautiful, beautiful tribute. I mean, that is so beautiful. Swami Dayanand and Swami Shraddhanand, stalwarts in the Arya Samaj. Swami Shraddhanand picked up from where Swami Dayanand left. And if it wasn't for him, I'm not too sure where the Arya Samaj would be today. So we must pay tribute to him. We must remember him, and we are today. So before we go into the next bhajan, I'll ask Mataji Botuti. I know that today is the last Sunday. I just want her to say a few words. We are very grateful to all our members and everybody who comes and all who contributes. Mataji is one of them. And I just want her to say a few words today.
Namaste to everyone who is here and everyone who is watching us. I was out for 6 weeks and I missed my mandir. This is my mandir. I can't stay without mandir. Bless everyone who was here for the whole year. Give them health and strength. We ask God. He's the only one who helps us. And He will give us courage and help for the next year. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Mataji. And yes, we are grateful and we are thankful for everyone who has supported us in the past year. And you know, it takes a whole team, a whole membership to make this Samaj going. It's not just the members of the executive, members of the trustees, or members of the Mahila or the producers, but it's the entire membership who shows up here every Sunday. Those of you who are watching online, and I know it's been a challenge in the past two and a half years. COVID has actually changed the paradigm in how we communicate and how we connect. And I know something, what we have been trying to do is to get members back into the Mandir, and we encourage you to come back to Mandir if you can. If you want to celebrate something, please come at the Mandir and celebrate. I know that we have this hybrid model right now, and I think we are reaching out to a larger audience with the hybrid model, with the streaming. And we want to thank you for tuning in every Sunday. And you know, I checked the numbers. I think we are north of 300 on a weekly basis that watches us every Sunday online. And we want to thank all those people who tune in and watch us to make our satsang and our program very, very successful. So without further ado, I'm going to call Pandit Siramji for the next bhajan. While Panditji is coming up, I just want to go through a couple of announcements. Every Thursday, we have the Sanya and meditation sessions. These sessions are held on Thursday from 7:30 to 8:30 via Zoom. They are held by Pandit Deepakji. And if you're interested, please reach out to Pandit Deepak for the Zoom link on Sunday. I'm sorry, on Thursdays, every Thursdays.
Namaste once again. This is a very old bhajan since in the 70s. One of my pandits gave me this bhajan. Today, as Bhaji said, the chairman said it is the last Sunday in the year. We are all determined to be here amid the weather condition is very bad, but we still persevere to be here to pray to God. And this bhajan is telling us also, there is no one greater than Him, and we must pay thanks to Him that He has kept us alive and safe. Thank you, Bhaji. You sang a wonderful bhajan there. Yesterday, I picked up that book and I saw a bhajan about Swami Shadranand, and I left it on back. A wonderful bhajan too, but thank you, Bhaji. I will try to sing this one. Pray for me. Om Param Pita Tu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Param Pita Tu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Ashant Atma Naho Hamari Prashanti Data Hame Sudharu Param Pita Tu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Hame Sudharu Nabhyadi Bhara Hame Satave Kabhi Avidya Na Pasave Nabhyadi Bhara Hame Satave Kabhi Avidya Na Pasave Sikha do asha सुमंत्र स्वामी सिखा दो आशा सुमंत्र स्वामी प्रतापशाली हमें सुधारो परम पिता तू हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो विवेक साथी बने हमारा रहे सदाचार प्राण प्यारा विवेक साथी बने हमारा रहे सदाचार प्राण प्यारा कहा हमें सब सुदास तेरा कहा हमें सब सुदास तेरा परोपकारी हमें सुधार परम पिता तू हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो सदैव तेरे चरित्र गाऊं सखा प्रलय में तुझे बनाऊं सदैव तेरे चरित्र गाऊं सखा प्रलय में तुझे बनाऊं नरेश कांच यही हमारी नरेश कांच यही हमारी की न्यायकारी हमें सुधारो परम प्रेता तू हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो अशंत आत्मा न हो हमारी प्रशांति दाता हमें सुधारो परम पिता तू हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो हमें सुधारो
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pandit Siramji, for that beautiful, beautiful Geet on a cold, very cold Sunday morning, last Sunday in this year. We'll have another bhajan from our son, our brother, by Nirajji. And while he is getting set up for doing that, I'll just go through some more of the announcements. So we have the Mahila group. If you would like to join the Mahila group, please contact Bayan Nirvani, Penta Nirvani. The Mahila group is very instrumental in coordinating activities here at the Mandir. They meet once a month. So if you would like to do that, please contact Bayan Nirvani. We also have the youth forum that meets once a month. And if you would like to join the youth forum, please contact Bayan Diana, who coordinates that effort. Over to Bayan Niraj.
Jagane Jagatako. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
This morning I'll be singing the bhajan Jagane Jagatako. Jagane Jagat ko Dayanand aaye Jagane Jagat ko Dayanand aaye Dayanand aaye Dayanand aaye Jagane Jagat ko Dayanand aaye Jagane Jagat ko Dayanand aaye Jilane Mritak ko Dayanand aaye जिलाने जगत को दयानंद आए। हुए अस्ततम में विमल वेद वेद्या, हुए अस्ततम में विमल वेद वेद्या, गिरे हर तरफ नास्तिका न अवेद्या, गिरे हर तरफ नास्तिका अवेद्या, लिए वेदकार भी दयानंद आए। दयाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए। सहे कोष्ठ सहे कोष्ठ अनगिन दिया सुख जगत को, सहे कष्ट अनगिन दिया सुख जगत को, किया सत्य ज्योति मिटाए असत्य को, किया सत्य ज्योति मिटाए असत्य को, निये प्राण सेवर दयानंद आए। जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जिलाने मृतक को दयानंद आए। मिले जब प्रभु से जली दीपमाला, मिले जब प्रभु से जली दीपमाला, स्वयं दीप ने जल किया जग उजाला, स्वयं दीप ने जल जिया जग उजाला, पिया हुद जहर ले स्तुदा सिंधु आए। जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जिलाने मृतक को दयानंद आए। दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए।
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bhai Neeraj, for that beautiful gig. So before we go into the pravachan, I'm going to ask my brother Bhai Paras, Bhai Paras is here almost every Sunday for the past year, past 2 years since we came back. And I just want to, for him to just say a few words on this past year.
Namaste. Thank you all for being at Mandir this morning. Thank you all for watching. We have tremendous gratitude and thanks for this year. We're all thankful for our health and our families and everything else that we should be thankful for. May God bless all, give all health and strength. May no one suffer pains and sorrows. And may I see all our members back at Mandir and take advantage of all the programs that we offer here. Thank you. Namaste. Be well. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Bhai Paras. So to continue with the announcements, we have yoga sessions here once a week on Saturday morning from 7 to 8. If you would like to know more about that program, please contact my Run or any member of the executive committee. We'd be more than happy to discuss that with you or share that with you. Also, we're very grateful for those people who are giving us donations either by mail, by cash, and by check. But if you would like to make a paperless donation, we do have the PayPal process where we will provide you a QR code. You can scan that and that will take you straight into the PayPal where you can actually make a paperless donation. Also, if you would like to celebrate an event and you would like to have it shown online, we want you to send your photos or your message to Arya Spiritual Center at gmail.com. Center spelled CENTRE. Please make note of that. Center spelled CENTRE. Also, if you will have a special occasion or event that you would like to celebrate here at the Mandir, please contact Bahen Surmati, by Naro Bali, or any one member of the executive committee. We are here to help you. We are here to assist you. We are here to support you if you will have a special event. But we do encourage you. This year, we have seen, especially in the last quarter, we've seen a lot of members who came and celebrate their events here at the Mandir on Sunday morning. And we encourage you to come here and do those things here at the Mandir. And we encourage you to invite your friends, your families, and everybody else to come and share in the satsang. So without further ado, I'm now going to turn you over to Pandit Baraji for pravachan for this morning.
Thank you very much, Bhai Sagar. Please give Bhai Sagar a little round of applause for stepping up this morning to do the emceeing. Let's all join in a little prayer as we commence today's. Before we start, Bhai Paras, come for a second. I was supposed to do this before. Bring that picture over there. Take it to your hand, put it there, and raise it on it here, please. Right here, put it right here. Put it in front. Thank you, Bhai Paras. God bless you. Om. Play for the opening prayer. Om. You know, okay, Neeraj is coming back. How many of you, when you travel in your car, coming to Mandir or going to the supermarket, you listen to your radio sometimes? Okay, we all listen to the radio, whether it's 10 Winds. What you listen to, Paras? Oh, Radio Zindagi. They give you the weather forecast on that? No, okay. So I listen to 10 Winds or WCBS 880 for the weather plus the traffic. And sometimes when the kids go in the car, they change the station. They put it to FM 107.6. What kind of song plays on that? It's all what kind of song, by Sagar? Okay, it's all Christmas songs. So this morning I came in the car and I'm hearing this song. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I said, God, I mean, is this really true? I mean, the season is a nice season. It's a very blessed season. But that weather to come out, man, I mean, listen, we're not a lot here today. By Sagar, come up closer, man. You know, till the back, we want our family to look nice today. I mean, small, but together. Thank you, Bhai Sagar. But I really commend all of you for your dedication coming out here this morning and join us. You know, I saw yesterday on some of the WhatsApp groups, some mandirs are closed this morning. And despite what, friends? Yes, if we have a really bad snowstorm, like in I believe it was 2020 when we started back, one Sunday we had to cancel because of that snowstorm. It was really more than almost over 10 inches. Situations like that we have to cancel, but we have to make sure, and especially a day like today where we observe Swami. I mean, it was Friday, December 23rd. I received a flyer in Mauritius. For Swami Shraddhanand Balidan Divas. They have what we call a multi-kund. We do our multi-kund Havan in April when we celebrate the anniversary. But they have a very, very big celebration in Mauritius for this day. And so let's go to our prayer as we start today's pravachan. Om. Neeraj, make sure you position yourself to see the screen. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Devamritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam
Om Agni Purve Rishi Idyo Nutane Ruta Sadevane Havakshatim Sadevane Havakshati. All of us wonderful blessed souls, Pandit Siramji, Bhai Sagar, Chairman of the Trustees, all our fellow members here this morning. Again, I must commend you for your dedication in being here at Mandir this morning. I know many of you were up late last night, family gatherings and whatnot. But we're still here. We're still here this morning, and it's indeed a wonderful thing that we ensure Havan is done in Mandir. We have a service here this morning. And today, as we have been hearing, as we saw the flyer in our ASC, our Arya Spiritual Group, WhatsApp group, also on our Facebook page, today we are observing Swami Shraddhanand, Balidan Divas. Now, what was Balidan? Huh? Right. The day Pua said give up his life. The day his Balidan. Dan means the act of giving. And very true, Pua. He not willingly he gave up his life, but his life was forcibly taken away. And we'll come to that in a moment. And so, as Bhai Sagar mentioned, next to Swami Dayanand, in terms of the contribution of Arya Samaj in India, which has overflowed into many parts, Guyana, Suriname, Mauritius, Trinidad, Fiji, and other places. Swami Shraddhanand was the next most powerful force that enabled the growth of Arya Samaj. And so as we have on our screen, that's, that picture there. He had a very alluring personality, a very attractive personality. Whenever he will speak to people, whenever he will address crowds and whatnot, he tend to engage people. He tend to win their attention because of the kind of and he was very brilliant, very, very brilliant. He was anybody know what was his profession before he became a Swami? He was a lawyer, an attorney. And he made very good money. But all of that money, you'll see what will happen with it in a few. Another word we say, it's also called Martyrdom Day, December 23rd. I forgot how many years now since I had the information, but this part here. I extracted this from an article. There's what we call a newsletter. I shared it with many of in our group. It's called, I forgot the Arya Uday, and Dr. Uday Narayan Gangu. He wrote a beautiful article, A Great Son of the Indian Soil. I'm not sure how many of you read that article, but it's a wonderful article. And also, I don't know how many of you get the Navrang Times. You get this, Devendra, you need to subscribe to this magazine. This month's edition, you can see his picture here, right? If you, I hope you can see this. You can see this, Paras? You can see this picture of what I'm looking at here? You can see it, Niraj? Okay, who is this? Swami Shraddhanand. Dr. Ramesh Gupta also wrote a wonderful article in this. They do this every 2 months in the November, December. If you don't get this magazine, I highly recommend you get this magazine. If you need the contact information, how to subscribe to it, see me after our services. But very beautiful article. He shared with me a soft copy. Dr. Ramesh Gupta shared with me a soft copy of the article in there. If any one of you need it also, with his permission, I will share it with you. Devendra, now today, last Sunday of the month is the youth's program. The youth is mainly part of it. I mean, I played a great part of it, and so today Niraj and Devendra will help me with this pravachan. Devendra, you read that entire paragraph at the top there, from up to his lifetime, in his lifetime. Go ahead, Devendra.
Swami Shraddhanand, a great son of the Indian soil. It is appropriately said that lives of great men remind us that we should make our lives sublime or great too. Swami Shraddhananda's life is characterized by selfless service, light, truth, and immortality. He put the following prayer into practice in his lifetime.
Very good. This prayer, indeed, if you read about his life, indeed, this prayer, he put it into practice during his entire lifetime. Help me, Niraj. On all of us. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Everybody.
Asato ma sadgamaya,
Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya.
tamaso ma jyotirgamaya,
Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya.
mrityorma amritam gamaya.
Asato Ma Sad Gamaya. Asato, from untruth to what? Sat. To lead us, O God, lead us from untruth to truth. Lead us tamasoma. Whatever tamas, whatever darkness is there, take away that darkness. From darkness, lead us on to jyotir, jyotihi. In the Havan, we say suryo jyotihi, jyotihi suryaha swaha. Jyotihi, which means light. Mrityurma amritam gamaya. From death, lead us on to immortality. Niraj, read this for us, please, son.
Swami Shraddhanan, whose early name was Munshiram, was endowed with a pleasing personality. He was full of energy and was renowned for his brilliant mind, which impressed everyone he came into contact with. At school, he had for a classmate no less a person than Pandit Motilal
Motilal.
Nehru, the father of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
Very good. Pandit Motilal Nehru, who is the father, as it says there, the first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Pandit Motilal and him they were classmates. They were a set of very brilliant boys in school at that time. And so he was called Munshiram. Later on, when he met Mahatma Gandhi, when they were in a gathering and he said, "Dear Mahatma, would you please take your seat?" And Gandhiji told him, No, you're the real Mahatma. For the work you've been doing for society, for Samaj and all of whole of India. Indeed, you're the Mahatma. And so in this next slide, we'll touch a little bit on his early life. Devendra, read this for us, son, brother.
After completing his legal studies, Munshiram started practicing in Jalandhar, where he earned a lot for. He was a good lawyer. He could afford to lead a luxurious life. But as he was surrounded by many evil-minded friends, he adopted many vices. He used to drink heavily and returned home after midnight, thereby causing lots of inconveniences to his pious wife.
Very correct. Indeed, he was a heavy drinker in his early age. And because he was, as I said, he was married. He was making good money. When the guys make good money and they take a little daru, what happens? They get a lot of what? A lot of friends, right? Because sometimes the friends don't have to buy the daru. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a very important paragraph. Niraj will read this, and all of you follow on the screen.
A turning point in the life of Munshiram came when he witnessed one of his friends trying to molest a woman. He could not tolerate such a misdeed, saved her, and threw away his bottle of liquor. He took an oath to stop drinking as from that time. He went back home where he saw his wife waiting for him. She had not taken her dinner, though it was already past midnight. Munshiram was much pained by this fact. Though he was an atheist, his heart was full of compassion.
And yes, he was an atheist. Up to one point, he did not believe in God. Anybody knows when he started believing in God? By Sagar? when he met Swami Dayanand, when he met Maharishi Swami Dayanand, then he believed in the existence of God. And so this very, very important point here, friends, he stopped that same night when he saw this incident. He gave up drinking. And in Guyana also, when I was growing up, it has changed now. If the wife will wait until the husband comes home, and then they will have dinner together. Right, Pua? Huh? You did that. Okay. You see, we have living example here. Pua did that. That has, to an extent, changed. If the husband comes home late, no, I mean, it doesn't make sense for the wife to stay hungry. But it was way past midnight, and so let's move on. Meeting with Swami Dayananda Saraswati.
In those days, Swami Dayananda, the founder of the Arya Samaj, was touring India, delivering thought-provoking speeches, holding religious discussions with Christian priests, pandits, and swamis. His sermons were so interesting and full of wisdom that they were attended by thousands of people. He came to Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh, at the end of his at the request of his father, Munshiram, attended the sermon of the renowned Swami.
Yeah, and that's true. His father knew this. His son, Munshiram, had the potential of becoming somebody great who will impact the evolving landscape of India at that time. And his father advised him. In fact, his father encouraged him, go listen to that. Go listen to this great Swami who is Bareilly in UP. Many of you have heard that name of that place. Bareilly is a very famous place in Uttar Pradesh. And so he went and let's see what happens. Niraj?
At first sight, he was deeply influenced by the aura of Swami Dayanand. After the soul-stirring sermon of Swami Dayanand, Munshiram asked him a series of questions about the existence of God. Swamiji put his doubts to rest by answering them accordingly. Still, Munshiram told the Swami, though your erudition and logic make me quiet, yet my heart does not accept the existence of God.
Very correct. Very simple. We won't do much. Okay. So, Devendra, you read up to Mahatma Munshiram. In reply,
In reply, Swami Dayananda said, when you receive the grace of God, you will feel his existence. My duty was just to answer your questions, not to make you feel the existence of the Supreme Being. Contact with Swami Dayananda changed the course of Munshiram's life. He attended several sermons delivered by the great Swami. After the untimely death of Swami Dayananda, Munshiram dedicated his life to the cause of Vedic Dharma and the mission of the Arya Samaj. So keen was he to perform social works that he was eventually known as Mahatma Munshiram.
very correct, Mahatma Munshiram. Munshiram's commitment to the Arya Samaj and his dedication to uplift the Hindu community was a source of inspiration to many young people, young men. Not only young men, but young people. He's remembered as the first great leader of the Arya Samaj after its founder, Dayanand Saraswati. Niraj, continue. The selfless.
This selfless social worker created a great impact on the minds of Indian people. Though he gave due consideration to many contemporary issues, the contribution for which he is remembered to this day is in the field of social work and education. He established a Gurukul in Kangri in Haridwar and played no small part in the campaign which ultimately led to the independence of India.
Yes. Among the many, many things, friends, Swami Shraddhanand will always be remembered for is this the Gurukul Kangri in Haridwar. I'm not sure if I put that on the thing, but to build this Gurukul, at that time they needed over 30,000 rupees. That was a lot of money at that time, and he gave up he had a very because he was as I said earlier on, very good attorney, a very good lawyer. He made good money. He had a palatial house, a very big house with all the conveniences. He gave up. He sold that home for the and to get the money. At that time, he wasn't Swami Shraddhananda's yet. He was still Mahatma Munshiram. He sold his home and that money, and then he traveled all over India to raise. He told himself, within 4 years, I have to raise, and you see how he gave himself 4 years' time to raise that 30,000 rupees. And when he started that Gurukul, the first two people was who? Was his two own sons. Late Professor Vidya, I forgot his name, Vidya Vachaspati. He is also well known in India as a professor for the kind of teaching he did. And so Gurukul Kangri, we're talking about Gurukul last week. Many of us we saw online. The Gurukul by Dr. Satish, he was spearheaded the project, but that was open in Guyana. And many of us who know Dr. Satish, Pandit Dr. Satish, he's a graduate of Gurukul Kangri. And so we commend him also for the service he's doing here, plus in Guyana. Social service. Let's see what he did. Not only education, not only for the freedom of India, but he played a great role in social service. Devendra?
The notion of the exploitative caste system had become a curse to Hindu society. The laments of countless untouchables found in every nook and corner of the subcontinent moved the heart of Munshiram. The so-called low castes were exploited by their own brethren.
And that's true. That's still happening in certain parts of India. Thank God for Maharishi Swamidayanand and Swami Shraddhanand. They, let's see this part here. Read this part, Devendra.
Quoting from the Vedas, he said that the caste system is a division of labor, which is based on action and not on birth. He pointed out to the people the incalculable harm done to Hindu society by the wrong interpretation of the caste system. He emphasized that the social status of a person should be gauged by his merits, deeds, and character, and not by his birth.
Very, very correct. He emphasized, Swami Dayanand emphasized that, and he also emphasized that our social status is not gauged, our social status should be gauged by our merits, our deeds, and our character. Not because my father was a Brahmin, but I don't live a Brahmin life. I don't have as it says here, the character of a Brahmin. That means I'm a Brahmin. No. It goes as it says here, very, very important. The person should be gauged by his merits, deeds, and character. Let's move on. Gurukul Kangri. This is a very important paragraph. Niraj, read for us, please.
One of the most remarkable achievements of Mahatma Munshiram was the Gurukul, Guru Shishya University, founded in Kangri at Haridwar. This Gurukul was founded on March 4th, 1902, with the aim of imparting knowledge to the students according to the education system Swami Dayanand had devised. In those days, educated youths who had mastered the English language felt superior to the others. They were the products of Macaulay's movement and felt a contempt towards their mother tongue.
Very good. As you know, Macaulay was one of the British. I don't know, was a governor or what was his position? But he had a big position in India, and his aim, Macaulay, Lord, they refer to him as Lord Macaulay. At that time, his aim was to get as much people in India to speak English and curse Hindi and to give up Hindi. And those who learned English at that time, yes, English is important. But they felt superior, as it says here, they felt superior to the others. And so this, Gurukul system of education, to an extent, had disappeared in India around this time, around 1902, and even before that. But the system of Gurukul was there in the beginning. When I say in the beginning, as we know, during Sri Ram time. When Sri Ram, we all know when they did their Janev Sanskar, if you read Balkand, the four boys, the four brothers, they went to with their Guru Vashisht. They went into the forest at the Gurukul with him, and so it was there at that time. But this system, the British to an extent, wiped it out. And it was Maharishi Swamidanand and Swami Shraddhanand started back the first Gurukul system of education in India. Gurukul Kangri. Read for us, Devendra.
Mahatma Munshiram revolutionized the concept of education through the Gurukul at Kangri. Within a few years, scholars well versed in Sanskrit, Hindi, and many other branches of knowledge appeared on the Indian scene. They became real patriots and were proud of their language, religion, and culture. Munshiram had to perform at a Herculean task to make the Gurukul at Kangri a famous educational institution.
And that's true. He did. This is so true. He had to perform a Herculean task to make Gurukul at Kangri. And today, I forgot what year, it was 1962, the government of India recognized Gurukul Kangri as a university for its wide scope, its very broad curriculum. And if you have a degree from Gurukul Kangri and you work in the US, you're being paid for at that level because it's also recognized by the Commonwealth Group of universities, the Commonwealth Group of countries. They anywhere in the Commonwealth, if you have a degree from Kangri University, you get a high. That degree is being recognized. And so, if ever, friends, if ever you have the chance of being in Haridwar in India, make sure you visit this institution. When I was a student in India, I did advanced Hindi studies in India, but I went to Haridwar. I went and I visited this Gurukul, and it's amazing. It's amazing how they focus a lot on Sanskrit education, what they do for Sanskrit. Plus, they focus on other aspects of Sanatan Dharma. All right, we're coming to a close here. Devendra?
He served for 15 years at the head of the Gurukul. In 1917, Mahatma Munshiram took the vow of sannyasi, monk. As he did everything with Shraddha, faith, the name he adopted was Shraddhanand, thus became known as Swami Shraddhananda.
Very good. That's, he used to call himself Shraddhanand. If you, again, the article I shared with all of us in that newsletter in the ASC group, take some time and read it. This is an extract part of it. There's 2 articles in that newsletter, but take some time and read it. For one, I'm encouraging you to do so because everything he did with tremendous faith. What's this word? Shraddha. The dha is heavy. Thank you, Panit Siram, for saying it correctly. Shraddha. What is it, Paras? Where is Paras? Shraddha. Very good. What bhajan we sing every week has the word Shraddha? Very good. Vishaya vikar mitao pap haro deva Shraddha bhakti badhao. All of us. Shraddha bhakti badhao. What we ask God for? May our Shraddha, our faith in what we do, our bhakti, our devotion in what we do, badhao, continuously increase. And so Swami Shraddhananda, his name in itself has a very, very powerful message for all of us. Yes, we have seen some aspects here, fighting for equality of all human beings, trying to get rid of the caste system, promoting Vedic education through the Gurukul system, and also he played a major role in for the independence of India. We'll do this. Okay, we'll skip that one. Let's do this one. And yes, go ahead, Dion.
Swami Shraddhananda's martyrdom is celebrated on 23rd December, especially by all branches of the Arya Samaj throughout the world. This date is known as Shraddhananda Balidan Divas, a fitting tribute to a person who had achieved enlightenment by listening to the founder of the Arya Samaj and dedicated his life to the propagation of his principles. He is fitting example for others to emulate. We bow in humility to his memory.
Very good. Very good, Devendra and Niraj. Thank you for assisting today. But indeed, it's a fitting example for all of us to emulate. All of us. All of us. You know, when I was, and they still happen. It still happened. I saw a flyer that I think this sometime this weekend, either was as yesterday or today. But in Delhi, they have anybody to celebrate his life. What they're having? A parade. And friends, when I was a student in India, I attended one of that parade. That thing is huge. I'm telling you, huge. It's miles and miles long of different organizations. They don't have floats, but the people and in their trucks and whatnot joining in that parade, and then they all reach at there's a what we call the Ramlila Maidan. Ramlila Maidan is a big ground. Like, you know, we have our little ground on 133rd Street there. But this is a huge ground. And they do Hawan there. And so that parade, according to the flyer I saw, it starts somewhere around 12 o'clock and it goes on till 3:30. And so, again, friends, the importance, and every year they have it. Probably they may not have had it during the lockdown, but they have a huge parade. It's a wonderful parade. And so, friends, one final verse before we close. You know, he was called Shraddhanand. We just mentioned our Arti Bhajan, Shraddha Bhakti Barhau. What does Yogeshwar Shri Krishna talks about Shraddha? How Shraddha, how faith is important in our lives. You know, 23rd of this month, for last Friday, we observed we have observed Swami Shraddhanand Balidan Divas. On December 3rd, if you look at your calendar, what did we observe? Huh? Puwa you close. Bali happens in November on Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's birthday. That's the original Bali Bas. But if you look at your calendar, Dion, hand me this calendar quick. Oh, by Sagar. Thank you, Bhai Sagar, for moving like one of the younger youths, moving very quickly. You see? Oh, sorry. It was December. Okay. Oh, you got a new calendar here, man. Okay. That's all right. The old one is there? There's an old one there because next year it will be, you see? Thank you, Bhai Sagar. God bless you. Yes. If you look at this year's calendar, it's coming to a close. On December 3rd was Gita Jayanti. Gita Jayanti is the day the Bhagavad Gita given by, it was originally given by Yogeshwar Sri Krishna to Arjuna and all the Arjunas in this world. But Vyas Maharaj also wrote the words of the Bhagavad Gita. And so this verse, friends, as we wrap up here this morning, I'll chant one line and all of you repeat. Shraddhavam labhate janam. All of us.
Shraddhavan labhate jnanam
Tatparaha sanyatendriyaha.
tatpara sanyatendriyaha.
Pay attention to the visarg. Paraha. Tatparaha sanyatendriyaha.
Tatparah sanyatendriyaha.
Jnanam labdhva param shantim.
Jnanam labdhva param shantim.
Achirena dhigacchati. Achirena.
digacchati.
All of us again together. Shraddhavam labhate jnanam tatparah sanyatendriyah. Together. Tatparah
Sanyatendriyah
Janam labdva param shantim. Janam
Ladva Param Shantim
Achirenadhigacchati. Achirenadhigacchati. Wherever you see this little stroke on top of the A, what does that mean? Huh? It's long. Thank you, Neeraj. That's why we say, let's go. Achirenadhigacchati. Achirenadhigacchati. Shraddhavam labhate janam. Friends, beautiful words. This is from Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, verse 39. Shraddhavam. Anybody can guess what Shraddhavam means? You know, if somebody got a lot of strength, bal, what do you call that person? Panit Siramji? Balvan. Balvan, he's full with strength. Shraddhavan. Full of what? Shraddha, full of faith. The translation says, those whose faith is deep, mean full of faith, like Swami Shraddhanand, full of faith, and who have practiced tatparaha sanyatendriyaha. Sanyata and indriyaha becomes satyatendriyaha. Sanyata indriyaha. What's indriyaha? Our indriyas, our senses, right? When you have our senses, you have practiced controlling our senses, our mind. Tatparaha satyatendriyaha. We have practiced controlling our mind, our senses. Our senses have attained jnanam, have attained divine what? Divine wisdom. Through such transcendental knowledge, they quickly, it says here, achirena janam labdva param shantim. They have achieved what? Everlasting supreme peace. And so, friends, Yogeshwar Sri Krishna tells us, those who deepen faith, whatever we do, friends, many things we can learn from the life of Swami Shraddhanand, formerly Mahatma Munshiram. Many things we can learn from the life of Swami Shraddhanand. Whatever you do it with faith. Whether it's something small for your mandir, for your family, for yourself, but do it with, as it says, Shraddhavam, full of faith. Devendra, read the meaning one time and then we will go ahead.
Those whose faith is deep and who have practiced controlling their mind and senses attain divine knowledge. Through such transcendental knowledge, they quickly attain everlasting supreme peace.
Very good. Through such transcendental knowledge, they quickly attain everlasting supreme peace. Friends, we all want to have peace in this world. We see in so many places the weather has caused a lot of disruption in the peace, in the peaceful living in many parts of the United States for the past 2-3 days. And many Ukraine and other places. The natural causes, the weather, we can do nothing about it. But there are some people who deliberately interferes with the peace of others. Today we ask Prajapati, okay. Today we ask Prajapati Bhagwan that whatever we will do, make sure we do it with full of peace, with our, as it says in there, the verse, trying to have control of our senses, gaining wisdom. And when you and I, when all human beings will gain wisdom, indeed this world will be blessed. All of us will be blessed with everlasting peace. In closing, friends, as we celebrate, as we not celebrate as such, but as we observe Swami Shraddhanand Balidan Divas, I pray and ask all of us that the very way Swami Shraddhanand Ji, he with full faith, made every effort for the growth and development and the benefit of his fellow human beings. Whatever little we can do also for our mandir, for our samaj, and even our fellow human beings, let's make an effort to do so with full faith, with control of our senses, and we ourselves, as it says here, in time to come, will achieve supreme peace. With these few words, again, I thank all of you so much for being in Mandir here this morning. Pua, thank you very much for making the prasad, and all of you who brought a little snack for us today. Niraj, thank you so much. Son, Devendra, thank you for assisting me today. Let's all stand for the arti as we come to a close.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke Sankat Bhakt Jano ke Sankat Kshan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo dhyave phal pave दुख विनसे मन का स्वामी दुख विनसे मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथ शांति पातः ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्ति रोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ओम शांति 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 ओम प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो जगत गुरु महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो स्वामी श्रद्धानंद जी की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय भोजन मंत्र ओम अनपते अनस्य नो देहि यनमिवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिष ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे ओम शांति 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 Namaste all and have a wonderful week.